Welcome to 10th Standard Social Science Final Examination Key Answer. Multiple choice questions. The first princely state to accept subsidiary alliance is Nawab of Oudh, Nawab of Junagadh, Nizam of Hyderabad, Sindhi of Gwalior. Correct answer is option C, Nizam of Hyderabad. Goa was merged into Indian Union in 1951, 1961, 1953, 1963. Correct answer is option B, 1961. Dr. D.M. Nanjundappa Committee was established with the objective to check communalism, check regionalism, check illiteracy, check corruption. Correct answer option B, check regionalism. Truly, the whole mankind is one was declared by Pampa, Ranna, Janna, Ponna. Correct answer option A, Pampa. Rajesh purchased a TV worth rupees 25,000. It broke down within 2 days. The TV company did not consider his complaint. He has to file a case in a district consumer forum, the State Consumer Commission, the National Consumer Commission, Taluk Consumer Forum. Option A, District Consumer Forum is the correct answer. The best example for conventional energy source among the following is wind energy, tidal energy, solar energy, natural gas. Correct answer option D, natural gas. Niti Aayog is headed by the Prime Minister, but the day-to-day administration is looked after by President, Secretary, Deputy Prime Minister, Vice Chairman. Vice Chairman option D is the correct answer. The Child Labour Prohibition and Council Control Act was enacted in the year 1988, 1994, 1986, 2006. 1986 is the correct answer. Second main, answer the following questions in a sentence each. Why did Wellesley introduce subsidiary alliance? To bring the Indian kings under control. What was the immediate cause for the First World War? The assassination of the Austrian Prince Archduke Franz Ferdinand. What is communalism? Split of the community on the basis of religion, creates religious division resulting in mutual distrust and threat. What is meant by prejudice? Opinion about another person or community even before he gets to know them. What is Kala Baisakhi? The rain that occurs in West Bengal due to local temperature and winds during April and May. Why are mangrove forests of Gangetic Delta called Sundarbans? The Sundari trees are found in plenty in these forests. What is deficit budget? When the expenditure is more than the income, then it is called deficit budget. Banks collect service charges from which type of bank accounts? Current account. Third main, answer the following questions in 2 to 4 sentences or points each. What measures are taken by the government of India to remove illiteracy? Or what measures are taken to check terrorism in India? The measures taken by the government of India to remove illiteracy or Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, priority was given for education to physically challenged women education and awareness. In 1988, National Literacy Mission was started. Sakshara Bharat, education is made fundamental right. Right to education 2009, compulsory free education for 6 to 14 years. What measures are taken to check terrorism? India's policy is totally against terrorism. Central and state governments are venturing to control, protect men and property. Anti terrorist forces are set up. Defense forces are pressed in to throw out terrorism. Peace loving nation against terrorism in world level. Social stratification is not commonly observed in all countries. Explain the nature of riots. Income, education, caste, color, sex, job, intellectual, low, high, opportunities, rich, poor, blacks, whites, slaves, owners. The nature of riots: destroying everything in their way, creation of chaos, led to large scale loss, do not have any particular aim, serious challenges for law and order, provoking circumstances, uncontrolled behavior, uncivilized behavior, riotous mindset. The British used Indian Council Act of 1909 to divide and rule India. Justify. The total number of central legislative members was increased. The number of council members was also increased in the provinces. The members for the legislatures were allowed through election. Separate representation for Muslims. Separate electoral college was created. What were the effects of the First War of Indian Independence? The arrangements made by the company with the kings were accepted. Ambitious expansion plans had to be given up. A stable government had to be provided to Indians, not to interfere in religious matters. Peaceful rule was not possible without support, trust, and confidence. New route to freedom movement. Irrigation is very essential in India. Why? Availability of water varies from region to region, varies from time to time. Rainfall in India is uncertain, unreliable, unequally distributed. Agriculture depends on irrigation. The eastern coast of India is more prone to cyclones. Why? Cyclones originate in the Bay of Bengal. Heating, different in land and water, humid, unstable air masses. Cyclones originate in the Bay of Bengal and blow westwards. Sometimes they change their direction to the northwest, hitting Odisha or West Bengal. Occurrence in two periods, more frequently in October and November. Which factors led to the Green Revolution? Using high yielding seeds. Dr. Norman Borlaug, an agricultural scientist, discovered high yielding grains, achieved immense success in Mexico and Taiwan, regulated supply of water, protection from diseases, high yielding variety seeds, fertilizers and pesticides are used, irrigation facilities were expanded, used improved technology. What are the main objectives of Consumer Protection Act? Importance for safety and quality, avoiding production and sale of dangerous goods, prevention of trade malpractices, supervision on quality and weights, supervision on price, compensating the consumers in case of any problem arising as a result of trade, creating awareness to the consumers through consumer education. Fourth main, answer the following questions in 6 sentences or points each. Krishnaraj Vadiyar fourth was much interested in spreading education among his people. Justify. Interested in spreading education, abolished fees in primary schools, helped girls' education, established Mysore University, scholarship to abroad education, IISc in Bangalore was established. State the results of the Battle of Buxar. Diwani rights over Bengal was given. Shah Alam II granted for an annual fee of rupees 26 lakhs. War indemnity of 50 lakhs to be paid by Shuja-ud-Dawla. Pension to Mir Jafar's son. Entire administration over Bengal to British. What were the aims of Prarthana Samaj, or what were the demands put forward by the moderates to the British government? The aims of Prarthana Samaj are: service to mankind is service to God. Priorities to spread education. The Deccan Education Society encouraged widow remarriage, female literacy, intercaste marriages. Interdining discouraged child marriage, against casteism, against idolatry and parda system, orphanages, national schools. The demands put forwarded by the moderates to the British government were: development of industries in India, reduction of military expenses, improvement in educational standards, studies about poverty, try to get political education, appeals before the government, discussion about the problems. Explain the role of IMF in solving the economic problems of the world. Try to solving international economic problems, promote world trade, helpful to economic stability, sound balance of payment, central banks strives to harmonize the economic relations of advanced and poor nations. List out the problems faced by the organized sector workers. Not bound by any rules and regulation, less wages, no job security, no fixed wages and allowances, no pension, harassed by entrepreneurs, no vacation allowances. Soil erosion leads to many problems. Justify. Accumulation of silt in the riverbeds causing floods, changing direction of river's course, storage capacity of the reservoirs get reduced, volume of water percolating down gets reduced, natural springs dry up, productivity is reduced, fertility is reduced, harm to vegetation, drought. List out the major ports that are found in eastern coast of India, or list out preventive measures for earthquakes. The major ports that are found in eastern coast of India are Tuticorin, Chennai, Visakhapatnam, Paradip, Kolkata, Haldia. Preventive measures for earthquakes are: restricting construction of multi-storied buildings, using very light materials for construction, ensure stability, providing basic amenities, medical facility, food supply, provide drinking water, temporary shelter, basic facilities. What is the main role of women self-help groups in rural area, or which are the main types of non-tax revenue collected by central government? The main role of women self-help groups in rural area are: organizing poor rural women, making them financially independent, avail of loans facility and engage in productive activities, mobilizing savings, repayment of loans, control exploitation of women and children, help to control child marriage, dowry and caste system, help to building a clean and progressive society. The main types of non-tax revenue collected by the central government are the net profit earned by the Reserve Bank of India, the net profit generated by the Indian Railways, the revenue generated by the Department of Post and Telecommunication, the revenue generated by the public sector industries, the revenue generated by the coins and mints, various types of fees and penalties, etc. Mention the characteristics of an entrepreneur or banks provide a lot of services to its consumers. Explain. Characteristics of entrepreneur: creativity, dynamism, team building, problem solving, risk taking, commitment, innovation, leadership, achievement, motivation, goal orientation, decision making. Services of banks: credit cards, personal loans, home and vehicle loans, mutual funds, business loans, safe deposit lockers, debit cards, trust services, signature guarantees. Fifth main, answer the following questions in about 8 sentences or points each. The integration of Kashmir with Indian Union is unique compared to other provinces. How? King Hari Singh wanted to be independent. Fearing a merger with India, Pakistan incited the tribals, decided that merging with India, that had a democratic republican constitution, was better than merging with which had a religious constitution. King Hari Singh requested for help from Indian government. Pakistan attempt failed. Jammu and Kashmir merged with India with certain condition. One part of Kashmir remained with Pakistan POK. India complained to UNO. UNO ordered a ceasefire. Kashmir occupied by Pakistan is called Pak occupied Kashmir. For these reasons, the integration of Jammu and Kashmir is unique. Relationship between India and China has been strained in these days. Why? India was the first country to recognize Chinese Communist government. Indo-China relationship is based on Panchshil principles. Hindi Chini Bhai Bhai constructive cooperative principles are not bringing expected results. China has annexed Tibet against Indian will. 1962 India-Pak war. China won the war. China's claim over Arunachal Pradesh. Maoist terrorism in the form of Naxalism in India. Border is also not finally demarcated. No well settled international border. We do have only line of actual control. Nuclear threat, foreign trade challenges, military advancements. Agriculture plays a very important role in Indian economy. Justify. Agriculture is the main occupation of Indians, played important role to develop civilization. It is the main occupation of Indians involved in different farms, cultivating different crops, supplying the food grains, food to cattle. Raw material for industries: agriculture nurtures many industries, chemical fertilizers, pesticides, insecticides industries. Agriculture supports many tertiary occupations like transport, trade, banking, helps environmental balance. Explain the political and economic causes for the First War of Indian Independence, or explain the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Political causes: doctrine of lapse, many kingdoms lost their existence. Satara, Jaipur, Jhansi, Udaipur came under British control. Cancelled. The titles of Nawab of Tanjavur and Carnatic, Nawab of Oudh and other kings were stripped. Lakhs of soldiers became unemployed. Economic causes: due to the Industrial Revolution, Indian handicrafts and cottage industry suffered heavily. Indian craftsmen became unemployed. Textile and wool industries became weak. People lost their jobs. British opposed heavy tax on Indian goods. Zamindar system exploited the farmers' inam lands were taken back. Farmers faced many financial problems. Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Widespread protest against Rowlatt Act, protest turned violent, imposed military rule, banned all demonstrations. Protesters had decided to assemble at Jallianwala Bagh. They were not aware of this ban. 20,000 protesters had assembled peaceful demonstration. General Dyer, without any warning, attacked the protests with firearms. 379 persons died. Thousands were seriously injured. This incident is called Jallianwala Bagh tragedy. Draw an outline map of India and mark the following: 82.5 degrees east longitude, Kochi, Vishakhapatnam, Koina. A. 82.5 degrees east longitude, C. Vishakhapatnam, B. Kochi, D. Koina. Alternative question for visually impaired candidates only. Mention the main aims of multipurpose river valley projects: irrigation facility, hydroelectric power, prevention of floods, water transportation, water for domestic use, water for industrial use, preventing soil erosion, developing fisheries, enhancing forest health.